Hi there. This time we're going to talk about networking. And when I do my seminars for small and mid-sized businesses, people tell me frequently that they don't like to network because they don't want to walk into a room full of strangers. But my answer to that is you're missing out on a great opportunity to meet people who can be supportive of your business and who can be your best customers. So find some networking groups, but don't network just for the sake of going out with a group of people. You're not there to socialize, you're there to do business. So one of the things you want to do is to choose your networking groups very carefully. You want to go to the chambers of commerce, or you want to go to the Rotary clubs where you know your customers are going to be. If you sell, for instance, to the healthcare market, then join the Association of Healthcare Marketers, or physicians assistants, or whatever group you are trying to network and market to. That's where you want to spend your energy and your membership dues to network with the right people. You can go as a guest to most networking groups, and if you find that nobody there is interested in your business or they're not your market, then just don't join. But when you find the right group, then join and be an active member. One of the first rules of networking is to always wear your name tag on the right shoulder. The reason for that is when you're meeting somebody and you extend your hand to greet them, they can read your name tag very easily and you can read theirs. So it just makes things simpler. Another rule of networking is we always want to wear a two-pocket jacket. The reason for this is twofold. One is it makes you look professional, man or woman. If you're wearing a jacket, it gives you a sense of authority. The second reason is that if you have two pockets in your jacket, you'll carry your business cards in one pocket and you'll gather business cards from the other people in the other pocket. And that sounds very simple, but the reason we do that is because we don't want to commingle those cards, because you'll end up giving away a business card that might be important to you. You give it to somebody else and you lose track of it. So you don't want to do that. Another thing that's very important in networking is when you meet somebody who is especially good for your business and a really good potential client or a good ally, someone you're really interested in, you want to turn down the corner on that business card. The reason for that is the next morning, that'll be the first person you'll contact and say, let's have coffee or let's go to lunch, because they're a really good prospect for you. Another rule of thumb in doing your networking and making it really count is to move around the room. You are not there to get into a long-winded conversation with somebody. You're there to prospect. You are there to be selective about the people you're going to spend time with, because if there are 50 people there, you want to come away with at least 35 or 40 business cards. So if you get engaged in a long conversation with somebody for 45 minutes and waste all your time with one person, you're not really maximizing the opportunity. And it's easy to get away from somebody because you can just look over their shoulder and say, oh, I see Joe over there. I got to talk to him because he owes me money. Nothing wrong with that. The other rule of networking is that always have something to talk to people about. People tell me all the time, they say, I just never know how to talk to a stranger. I don't know what to say. Well, in that case, have topics ready. For instance, you can always say to somebody, what's been keeping you busy lately? That's a good opening for them to tell you about their business and what their activities are. And you can also say, do you work in this area? Is your office in this location? Or are you in? They would say, well, no, I'm in Studio City because I work in the film industry and da, 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 da. And then you're off and running with the conversation. So it doesn't have to be complicated, and it can be so much fun as well as being very profitable. So I'll see you soon networking.